Gives me great pleasure to send this message to you, and I'd like to thank you for the invitation to do so. As you will know far better than I do, Afghanistan is a country of great contrast and great diversity, with elevations ranging from a few hundred meters above sea level right up to about 8,000 meters, and variation in climatic zones, in fauna and flora and physical geography. Afghanistan has its own set of challenges related to the way that natural resources are managed. And of course, many environmental problems, such as adaptation to climate change, drought, poverty, unsustainable agriculture, have been made worse and exacerbated by the last 40 years of war and conflict. To really get to grips with these problems, Afghanistan needs to build its own institutional capacity, particularly in natural resource management. And botanical gardens really are central to this. You know, I think often we think of botanic gardens as just a beautiful place to visit on the weekend with the family for a picnic. But really that isn't the role of a modern botanic garden. Yes, we have an educational role to play with many millions of visitors coming to botanic gardens. But we're also centers of science and conservation, expertise on how you manage plant diversity right across the taxonomic array in agriculture, in horticulture and forestry. And that is what we're marking today. The partnership that we're celebrating will bring together Afghan universities, the Botanical Gardens network of the Afghan Fellowship Legacy Projects, and the international community in the form of Botanic Gardens Conservation International. And our common goal is the creation of a network of university-based botanical gardens supported by Afghan alumni of the UNITAR Hiroshima Fellowship. And actually that work has already begun. The universities of Paktia, of Kabul, and of Bamyan have been working over the last year or so in extremely difficult conditions during this COVID pandemic to think about everything that they need to establish their own botanical gardens, putting land aside and putting together teams, carrying out SWOT analysis, looking at the strengths, their weaknesses, the opportunities, and the challenges with setting up a botanical garden network. And we've been part of that. BGCI is an integral part of that planning and that support. But of course, this is a long-term undertaking. It needs to come from within Afghanistan and be specific to Afghanistan's needs. And we're absolutely delighted to be here today to sign this agreement with UNITAR that will enable us to support the BGNet campaign and the Afghan partners as we go forward with this. There are roughly 3,500 botanic gardens around the world, and they take all shapes and all forms and bring different levels of expertise and knowledge. And the whole point of a global community like ours is that we can help each other. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. We can bring expertise, we can provide training and so on. So we're delighted to be here and we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.